Hi everybody! Today we are going to talk about families. There are so many different kinds of families in the world. And yesterday we talked about how the census counts every family in America. And it doesn't matter who's in your family. We count everybody. There are many different kinds of families. Some kids live with a mom and a dad. Some kids live with just a mom or just a dad. Some kids live at their dad's house sometimes, or their mom's house sometimes. Some kids live with their grandma and their grandpa, or their aunt and their uncle. Some kids live in a foster family. Every family is perfect in its own way. Today, we are going to read a book called Who's in My Family? All about families. This is a fun book because it talks about all different kinds of families. And the family goes to the zoo. I know a lot of you like the zoo. Who's in my family? All about families. Wake up, Nellie. Our family's going to the zoo today. I can't wait to see the polar bear family playing on the rocks. Wherever you live, wherever you go, there are all kinds of families. Nellie says, "Hey, Gus, I can't wait to see the sea lion family diving into the deep water." So there's Gus and Nellie, and they're so excited to go to the zoo. Let's see who's in their family. Families live in so many different kinds of places. In cities, in towns, in the countryside, in apartments, in houses, or on farms. Families live near the lake, near rivers, near oceans, in the desert, in the mountains, or on grassy plains. Nellie says, "It's fun to live high up in an apartment. I can even see the zoo from here." And then Gus says, "I think I can see a farm. I bet it's fun to live on a farm where cows and chickens live." I know some of you live on a farm. And there they are looking out their very, very high window of their apartment in the city. And there's another member in their family too, a hamster. Families eat many different kinds of food for breakfast. Some families eat bacon and eggs and bagels and juice. I really like breakfast. Some eat oranges, blueberry pancakes, and milk, and the girl says, "I'm full." Some eat pita bread, hummus, cucumbers, and olives. Some families eat soup, shrimp dumplings, and rice. Some eat raspberries, bananas, granola, and yogurt, and the little girl says, "I'm mixing it up." Some eat papaya, burritos, and hot chocolate. Delish. All different kinds of families. What does your family eat for breakfast? Mine eats bagels and muffins and cereal and milk. All kinds of yummy stuff. Families love to be together. Families go to the market, to the library, to the doctor, to the dentist, to the park, to the zoo, and so many places together. Families fly kites, ride bikes, play catch, get haircuts, buy new shoes, visit friends or grandparents, and do so many other things together. Gus says, "I love when our family goes to the beach," and Nellie says, "I love when our family goes to the zoo together." Look at all the different kinds of places people are at with their family. Where's your favorite place to go with your family? My family likes to go to the movies. I like going there with them. People families are one kind of family. There are also animal families, squirrel families, polar bear families, sea lion families, zebra families, giraffe families, hippopotamus families, tiger families, and so many other kinds of families. Nellie says, "Our family is a people family with 2 kids and 2 grown-ups." And Gus says, "We're a people family, but with 1 puppy and 1 gerbil." Look at all the animal families. Do you have an animal that's part of your family? We don't have an animal that's part of our family anymore. But we used to have a kitty. Children are born into their families or adopted into their families, and most children live with a grown-up in their families. Some families have one child, some families have 2 children, some families have 3, 4, or more children. Some have twins, some have triplets. Look, the polar bear family has 2 bear cubs in it, says Gus. I bet they're twins. What an awesome family. Nellie says, my friend's family has 3 kids in it, twins and a baby. What a cool family. How many kids are in your family? My family has 2. Me and my sister are my parents' children. Many families have grown-ups and children in them. Some families only have grown-ups. Some families have a mommy and a daddy. Some have a mommy. Some have a daddy. Some have 2 mommies. And some have 2 daddies. Guess what, Gus, says Nellie. My family is your family. And Gus says, Nellie, I know who's in my family, but hippos are not in my family. Hippos aren't in my family either, but look at those hippos. Who's in your family? Who are the grown-ups in your family? I grew up with my dad and my mom. Some children live with their mommy part of the time, and some with their daddy part of the time. Some children live with their daddy and a step-parent. Some live with their mommy and a step-parent. Nellie says, yippee, dinner's at our house tonight. And Gus says, hooray, our family and friends are coming for dinner. Do you have a stepdad or a stepmom? I don't, but if you do, that is awesome. It's awesome to have a lot of grown-ups who love you very much. In some families, everybody's hair is the same, mostly wavy or mostly curly or mostly straight. In other families, people have different kinds and different colors of hair. In some families, everyone has almost the same color skin. In other families, people have different skin colors. In some families, people's eyes are different colors or shapes. And in some families, some have the same eye colors and the same eye shapes. Nellie says, your eyes, my eyes, mommy's eyes, and daddy's eyes are all the same color, brown. And then Gus says, and we all have different shades of skin. Yours is darker and mine is lighter. Look at all those people coming over. In my family, my mom and my sister have brown eyes, and me and my dad have blue. What color eyes do you have? Are they the same or different as your parents? It's fun that we're all different. Sometimes a grandparent, an aunt, or an uncle live with a child's family, and some children live in their grandparents', aunts, or uncles, or foster parents' home. Parents, sisters, brothers, grandparents, cousins, aunts, and uncles can all be part of a child's family. Often good friends or a pet can be part of a child's family too. Gus says, Nellie, you're my sister, and you're my best friend, right too? And then Nellie says, right Gus, don't worry, I can be your big sister and your friend, and I am. Look at that. All the different cousins are over. Do you have cousins? I do. They didn't live with me, though, growing up. But sometimes we'd have sleepovers. And that was fun. Families have happy times together. Nellie says, our family and friends have happy times. Like now, when everyone's together. This is so much fun. Gus says, it's tons of fun when all the kids play together. It's fun to have family gatherings. Look at that family as a big family. Sometimes there's big families, and sometimes there are small families. I like this guy who's feeding the dog from the table. I think that's silly. But sometimes families have mad times. Whoopee, flying milk, says Gus. Nellie says, Gus, you spilled milk all over me, and I'm really mad at you. And sometimes families have sad times. And Gus says, I'm sorry, Nellie. I'm sad that I did that. I'm really sad that I did that. And Nellie says, I'm sad too, Gus, but I'm glad you said you're sorry. Sometimes we have fights with our family, and that's okay, because we all love each other at the end of the day. That's perfectly fine. Sometimes children get runny noses and a sore throat, a fever or a tummy ache, or scrape a knee or cut a finger, or just feel bad. Families help their children feel better and get well. Gus says, if I get a tummy ache, Mommy or Daddy hold me on their lap, and then I feel a lot better. Nellie says, if I feel bad or crummy, Daddy or Mommy give me a big cuddle, and then I feel much better. Aww. It's good to have a mom or a dad or a grandma and a grandpa that can come and help us when we don't feel good or are feeling sad. I know it helps me sometimes to call them on the phone or FaceTime them. Parents and kids help each other clean up and put toys away and feed their pets. Gus says, after supper, our puppy licks up every crumb on the floor. Our puppy helps our family clean up. Parents help their children take a bath, wash and dry their hair, brush their teeth, and get dressed for bed. Our puppy does not brush his teeth, says Gus, before going to bed, but we sure do. Look at that. I know some of you need help taking a shower and brushing your teeth, but some of you don't. You guys can do it all by yourself. But it's good to have someone we can ask for help with. Nellie says, at nighttime, our family sings jazzy songs together. Bee boop. And Gus says, at nighttime, our family reads stories together. Sometimes we read the same story 3 times in a row. Every day and every night, all around the world, families talk, laugh, sing, play, cuddle up, and tell stories, read books, and make sure their children are healthy, safe, and loved. There they are. They're going to bed. Most of all, and most of the time, no matter what, children and grown-ups and their families really do love each other. Nellie says, our family loves to give each other really big hugs and kisses too. And Gus says, families love to be together. Look at that. They're all so happy. And that is the end of the book. I know a lot of you guys have really good moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, aunts, and uncles, and that makes me so happy that all of you guys are so loved by so many people. So my question for you today is who is in your family? I drew a picture of my family. I drew a small picture of my family to show you who is in my family. And you can draw a picture too, or you can just tell me, or you can type it out on your talker, or if you want to type it up on the computer and show me, that is awesome too. So here's who's in my family. There's me, and there's my mom, and I drew her a little bit shorter than me because she's shorter than me. And then I drew my dad, who's taller than all of us. And then I drew my sister, my little sister named Molly. And she is very short, like my mom. Me and my dad have blue eyes, but my mom and Molly have brown eyes. My mom and Molly have darker skin, and me and my dad have lighter skin. And this is the family that I grew up with. Now I live in a house with my husband. And I hope that you guys participate in this. And I am so excited to celebrate families with you guys. Like I said, I am so happy that all of you have such wonderful families. Let me know who's in your family. And I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Bye.